Oops, sorry. How's it going, Mr. Photographer?
I'm gone.
It's not letting go of it entirely, because the fact that there's something there is getting closer to that edge.
That's what I'm excited to do. That's what I've been doing. I've been playing handbrake. I use the really what I want to do is play. That's what I'm doing.
I wasn't sure if you were morphing the drawings from that picture into...
No.
Alright.
It's basically this is like the wife and the child, and this is the husband. So it's based on a narrative from Victorian times where a guy called Lewis Lent, he was fascinated about travelling freak show artists, so he was open to find this woman supposedly to be a model. So he bought Julia. He taught her how to play music, read in three different languages, and they were sort of start to fall in love and have that ambition in life. And they were travelling around Europe and London, doing freak shows, and they fell in love. She got pregnant with Lewis Lent, and they were in Russia. She gave birth, and they both died at childbirth. So the husband was more like, I know, how can I continue this show? So he's like, oh, I'll go to the local university and see if I can get it mummified. So she got the wife and kid mummified so he could travel around, but the scientist guy got too involved and he wanted to take control. So basically he took the wife and child and he started making money off this guy, Lewis Lent's wife and child, and he wasn't happy about it. So then like these bodies wanted to go on another tour in the US, and it was banned because they just thought it was just too disgusting. So the bodies went in hiding for about 10-15 years, and someone broke in and decapitated the child, the baby, and the wife was attacked by like mice and stuff like that. And then another guy come across these and was like, oh, I found these bodies. They're unidentified bodies. So he called the police. The police were called, and they finally identified the bodies as being Julia Pastrana, who was dead almost 150 years ago. So it's been in today's papers that she's recently just been brought back home to be buried over 150 years ago after she was died.
Who's this, sorry?
Julia Pastrana,
right, okay.
known as Ape Woman.
Pay attention.
I've only just come in late, I came in late. Sorry.
That's how the story originates, but reading this bit properly, it's quite dark, and how it all began, and how he had to remove the baby from the room. Yeah, but it's only not the full story, but
So you've been on the story?
so
You wrote the story?
no, I didn't rewrite the story. It was written by Julian Creighton, a series of, I think there's like 30 or 40 stories from...
You're not his son.
No, I'm not.
Is that a song? Not yet. Son. No, that's what we need in Plymouth, that song.
Yeah, the red circle represents that the mother and child died at birth.
Oh, okay.
So what's your name?
Asley.
Asley who?
Atwood.
Ashworth.
Atwood.
And your exhibition is on?
Painting. Painted freak show.
Right.
So it's,
Is that what this is about?
yeah.
Cheers, thank you.
Is that what you talk? Is that what your talk is just about?
Cheers, man. Thank you.
I like your show.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Is that what your talk is about?
Yeah, it's a painted freak show. It's from a story that I...
Cool, that's like from the Victorian times.
Yeah, it's 1883. It's based on a true story, so I've taken it into my own concept and you know, changed it into how I perceive them. You know, reading the story, painting from imagination.
So do you like the dark side of life?
I do like the dark side of stories because it's not really, you know, it's not really out there in today's society. No one wants to see gruesome stuff, you know. So I want to bring this back. It was it was a tradition back in Victorian times, you know. Working class society would come out and see these freak shows like we see today's society, like Big Brother or, you know, like game shows. People would, that's their entertainment.
Yeah, of course.
But back then, this was
it's
their...
all put down above the people.
Yeah, back then this was for their entertainment.
Yeah.
So this is them, you know,
So
having their
how
fun.
long have you been doing this then?
I've done this for, these paintings took me about 3-4 months to do all 3, but I could have done
Go on.
more, but I was just experimenting in my second year with painting and texturising and using different textures like plaster, lime putty, oil painting, like counteracting the times with the oils of the lime putty, sort of like a gesso style, but it wasn't gesso.
Yeah.
So it's absorbing that nice paint, but on canvas. So I had to trigger a way of making the gesso in the style of canvas. So it would be very absorbent, but not too hard to work on. I still like that flexy surface with warp, so you can work in properly, discover those layers. And
So we hoping to go from here.
I'm moving to London to do a
You should do well in London.
MFA in painting.
Yes.
And I'm just
What college?
probably Slade. I've
Slade.
been looking,
I say.
Yeah.
Chappy.
because that's the only place where it's been offering the MFA what looks really good, because it's just practical based and
You
it's,
do well though.
and it's doing a critical commentary on your own work, so it's not the historical side, it's more painting practice.
Yeah.
So
Are you from Plymouth?
No, I'm not. I'm a Wiltshire born lad from Cowan, Wiltshire.
Yeah. So what made you come to Plymouth?
I had a lot of friends who were down here and they said it was a really good city,
You get
very
as much money as
vibrant.
I have tonight. Probably have. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. The whole cow.
Yeah, it's a really, I heard it was
That's
really,
good actually. It loosens you up for a change.
yeah, I heard it was a really good city.
First time in 6 months I've had one. So go on.
Yeah, it was a really good city, very vibrant, by the coast, very relaxed, and that's what sort of atmosphere I like to be around, very relaxed, not too controlled, so it, you know, I don't feel pressured, I don't feel I have to do stuff. It's very like relaxing environment to just start off with, and just getting your head in with your practice.
Well, you certainly had a couple of people in here listening to you when I came in, which is very good. So it means that you have an interest in your work.
Yeah, that's the main interest is like to get the people to come in and see what they're seeing. If they don't understand the true story, they get to read the actual story. So you never know, someone might get it spot on and someone might not. But
So where's the story come from originally?
it came from Lillian Creighton. She wrote a book on the physical differences in the 19th
That's
century.
not a political leaflet dropout, is it? That,
No.
The news keep picking up on.
That's the actual
No, I'm
words.
just teasing actually.
That's the actual words from Lillian Creighton from the original story that I got to paint.
How did you get hold of that?
I googled researching freak shows, and that's how I sort of began my thing. And I came across this book, so I got an e-copy of this book and I'm reading it. And the first story was about Julia Pastrana, so I wanted to recreate this painting. It just had a hold on me, and I wanted to.
You still got some wine in that?
Yeah.
Oh, can I have some more wine?
Yeah.
Please.
So it had a hold on me, the story had a hold on me, and I wanted to recreate this in my own interpretation, and this is what this is the outcome, yeah.
So what's your career move from here?
My career move is to move to London,
You said you've
work
gone
for a
to that.
year, take a gap out, do my MFA, and just paint every day.
Yeah. And try and make it at the college in London.
Yeah, try and get some shows up and going, and try and meet some new enthusiastic artists to work with, a nice group of people to, you know, have fun with and explore, and generally get some shows up and going, and just show what we're about, and at the art world out there a bit more, in a bit more of a freakish, dark manner, instead of this normal, you know, pretty painting you see. But it's just another dark subject to go down, isn't it?
Sure. Can I just have
Yeah.
Now, you just said you were unhappy with yourself. Why are you unhappy with yourself?
It's just life in general. I've had a really crappy upbringing. I come from, you know, a really crap upbringing, like, you know, being around a lot of crime, a lot of violence, a lot of drugs.
Where was that in?
In Cowan in Wiltshire.
Yeah.
Lots of dreams are just gone. All your friends who you think are your friends are not your friends, you know, they only want you for one thing.
That happens everywhere. It happens in Plymouth as well.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But my way of expressing myself and getting away from that is painting and
it's
generally
also learning
being
about
creative.
having a sorry.
It's all right.
It's also learning about having a cut-off point with people, so that you can move on.
Yep, meeting new people and having that guidance of not being a failure, not being a waste man.
You're not a failure. You're very good. You're
I'm
a
not
very
saying
good
that.
artist.
I'm just where I'm from.
No, the reason I asked you the question about why you felt negative within yourself is because a lot of artists at the top end, some of the best artists in the world, have the ill feelings about themselves, and it's a lot of negativity that makes them creative.
Yeah.
And I'm the same.
I'm
I have
never
to be
positive
productive all
about
the time.
myself. Like,
No.
I'm always.
That's probably a good reason to be.
Because you never
creative,
learn.
so-
If you're always positive, you never learn.
Absolutely.
Because I'm a really happy rollerblader. I have been for almost 14 years of my life.
Yeah.
Grinding down handrails, doing gaps, skating park, getting new obstacles to skate, being creative. That helps me to paint. It helps me relieve stress. I'm a very stressed person. I don't like confrontation. I like to be on my own. I don't like people being all fake and pretentious around me. I'd rather people just tell me straight, because all I've had in my life is fake, pretentious shit to my family, and it's made me not an angry person, but a very unhappy person due to my family life.
Anger is wasted energy. You've got to turn it into something constructive.
Well, I
and make
turn
it happy.
my negative energy into something positive,
Absolutely.
which is rollerblading and painting, and generally being around my friends who I love.
Yeah.
I don't really have any friends around here, but the only friends I do have is through rollerblading. And that's the only thing that has a passion on me. But with art, I don't really have any friends with art, because I don't think they understand me, or they're the same as me and they're trying to make something their dream, but they don't know how to. So I just don't understand why people have to act fake around me. Why can't they just be themselves and say, you know, whatever they want to say? I just don't like pretentious. It's full of pretentious arseholes, and I wish they would just tell me the truth. Like, i.e. the lecturers, why don't they just tell me the truth? I'd be so much happy with the truth, because I've always been let down with, you know.
Yeah, well, I was brought up in an environment where I had to be something else for other people.
Well,
when I was in the Air Force for 12 years, where I had to be exactly the same thing.
Good story there.
And I'd be, and now it's time for me to move myself for myself, you know. And I don't give a damn about the system or anybody else, because the most corrupt people are within the system at the top end.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, when I was a young lad, I didn't really have a life. I was my dad was in the army.
I was in the Air Force for 12 years.
My whole family's military background. My dad wanted me to join the army. He wanted me to be some sort of next man, action man, and I didn't want to be that.
Yeah, you've got to be yourself.
And he didn't like that, so I felt a bit disowned within my family, because he didn't quite get me.
Yeah.
And like, I've been doing painting now properly for the last sort of 2.5 years, and I feel like I've progressed so much in this time, and I just want to pursue it as a career, and hopefully, if no one understands what I'm trying to get,
you've got to be what you want to be in this world.
Yeah.
You only have one chance of it.
If I want to teach, I feel like I want to teach, but not as a teacher level. I want to learn my skills, what I've learned myself from this university degree, to take on and learn to other people who was less unfortunate as me. Like, people who have been, they're not from good backgrounds, they're not you know, they're not respected.
The thing is, all the artists seem to want to go in that direction at the moment. Everybody I speak to wants to work with depraved people,
it's not just depraved people. It's just like giving something back to society. That what I've learned.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my practice.
Why should you give something back to society? You got to set by example, rather than give something back.
Well,
it's better to lead because
it's
by
good to
example,
lead.
proving by what you're capable of doing.
Yeah, but you'll be leading an example by teaching new things. So you still be leading someone
to... It doesn't necessarily work that way.
No, I know it doesn't, but it will still have a help on an individual like myself along the down the lines. Saying there's only
the expression is actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
So if you prove yourself in who you are, then you can bring other people along with you.
Yeah. I just want to take the people who are less fortunate or who... don't have understanding.
Well, we're in a world where everybody is being put down for the slightest reason.
But yeah, put down anything.
And they lose confidence in themselves for the slightest reason, and also being criminalised for the slightest reason.
Yeah.
And we've got to bring the world out of that. A lot of creativity is inside prisons at the moment.
Yeah,
it can be brought out.
Oh, no.
And within doctors, engineers.
Because it's very personal stories, what's behind those history of that art.
You have to know what's going on behind their backgrounds before they're criminalised.
That's the thing, with say, academic university degrees, it's like they don't know your background, they don't know nothing about you. So when they look at your work, they prejudge and assess you what you're like, but they don't actually know what you're about. So
isn't that part an extension of your creativity? That's what makes you different to anybody else.
Yeah, of course. That makes you different between everyone else. Doesn't say like, oh, Gary can make a better pizza than what I can because I put in less yeast, or it's just a different.
Well, I spoke to David Bailey's agents a few years ago, and they said, "What do you go to university for? Because all they do is take ideas out of your head."
I went to university to try and learn how to paint, but I didn't get none of that.
I used it for the technology because I could extend on my work and my ideas outside the confines of the university.
Because I came to university because I come from a college which I don't know how to paint.
Yeah.
I'm originally a printmaker. That's why I had my heart set on to be a printmaker.
Yeah.
But I wanted to learn how to paint, because when I started to pick up a paintbrush, I wanted to learn how to paint. But I didn't get none of that, so I had to learn off my own back to get where I am today.
Yeah.
I thought I'd come into university, they'd be doing paint techniques, they'd be teaching you how to do this, that and the other, but it doesn't happen. It does not happen.
Right. Have you got a website?
Yeah.
What's your website?
www.ashleyatwood.wix.com/freak show.
Do you mind if we use this on YouTube?
No, it's fine.
Ollie, when you come back, can you bring me another cup, please?
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Something bigger, something better.
Oh, that's always.
Is it going down well?
It goes well. We'll have a chat.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to, but I'd like to. I think it'd be a good idea. No, don't do that. I'm not good on...
They taste like ready salted. They're good.
Pardon? Taste like what?
Hi, Mum.
Hello, your mum. Which might
Ready
see you on YouTube.
Ollie, when you come back, can you bring me another cup, please?
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Something bigger, something better.
Oh, that's always.
Is it going down well?
It goes well. We'll have a chat.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to, but I'd like to. I think it'd be a good idea. No, don't do that.